stories that are going around are sickening of what could have happened to her. And if we can just get part of her back together, something that we can lay to rest with dignity that she deserves. Finally, for somebody to show her love and respect. I don't want them to find more because it'll tell the story that I don't want to hear. But I want them to find more so we can put her together.
I'm Jean Casares of In Session, and for Nancy Grace tonight, Natasha Lance live at the Baker home in North Carolina. Where are all these letters that you read, these brand new exclusive letters that Elisa Baker wrote to her family saying that Zarah Baker is dead, saying that she is the one that is the victim of the abuse with the bruises. It is not Zarah Baker. Has anybody given these letters to police?
This cousin has not turned these letters over to police, but what we did find out from the jail is that the jail is now making copies of all of the letters from Elisa Baker coming in as well as going out so that they have them on file since these letters have begun to surface in the public.
All right, let's go straight out to a caller, Natalie in California. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Steve. I have two questions. First, I don't want to believe any of the stepmom stories, but what if those monsters locked little Zarah in the attic and left her there, and then found herself there? And secondly, how come
Well, I can't hear that.
To Pat Brown, criminal profiler, your thoughts on that question?
I've heard that question, but it wasn't coming in clearly. What was the question?
I thought it was me. I thought I couldn't hear it clearly. Natalie, are you still with us? You know, I think we've lost Natalie, but Pat Brown, I want to ask you. We see the couple going like this, all right? She's incriminating him. He has said that he doesn't know if she's involved. What do you think the truth is? What if we're wrong? What if it's actually Adam Baker? It's not Elisa Baker.
Well, I don't buy it for 1 minute. Elisa Baker has shown too much hatred toward that child, too many lies in the past, and when she said, we really didn't kill the child, that showed me that she put herself in that picture. And if she was busy blaming Adam for everything, right? But originally she said, we really didn't kill her. She didn't take herself out. She could have said he didn't really kill her. But that's why I believe she is responsible. And I do believe he covered up. But of course now, since both of them have that little psychopathic trait of, oh gee, now you're kind of in my way, they're going to turn on each other, blame each other, and try to get out of there with the best deal they can get.
All right. Co-conspirators party to a crime. Sandra in Canada. Hi, Sandra. Good evening.
Hi. I'm so happy. Finally. I was wondering. We're talking about the mother. Well, I'm not going to call her a monster, but I feel it. And the father, too. Not the mother, the stepmother and the father. And I was wondering, we're talking about them. But what about CPS, Child Protective Services? We're not talking about them at all. But they have a lot to do with this case. We're hearing about the neighbors making complaints about what was going on in that house. And nobody's talking about them. It's like they're having a free pass to hell too, I'm sorry. But there's something wrong with this picture.
You're right. Sandra, we will talk about it now. Ellie Josted, Child Protective Services. They were called. What do we know?
Right. Well, numerous friends and family have come forward and said that they called DSS. They've also said that Elisa Baker told them DSS was at the house. There's even a neighbor who claims he saw a social worker at the house. So there are those numerous claims out there that they were called. Unfortunately, Department of Social Services, which is what they call it there in North Carolina, they say they're bound by law. They can't discuss any contact they've had with this family. So bottom line, we don't know exactly what was ever done.
But the fact is, Brian Russell, forensic psychologist, they had the custody of Zarah Baker. That custody had not been taken away from Adam Baker and his wife. That's the reality.
Well, look, most DFS, Department of Family Services, SRS, whatever you call it around the country, workers are good people. They care about kids. They try to do a good job, but they're incredibly understaffed and underfunded. And when we sit down to talk about the priorities of our government in terms of funding stuff, this has got to be part of that discussion, because if we have money to buy people's clunker cars the way we did in 2009, then we ought to have money to protect kids the way that we should.
You are so right. Every story on the air, we go back to Child Protective Services while nothing was done. They do good things. They try. But there are just too many issues involved with cases just like Zarah Baker. Tonight, CNN Heroes.
Hi.
What if Zarah Baker died by an illness or natural causes? What if that's the case? I wonder how they would charge Elisa and Adam, because clearly someone would have had to dispose of Zarah. They really need to find this little girl. They really do.